Hello students and welcome back to the science class. So we were discussing our chapter 4, that is materials of daily use, and in this chapter we were discussing about the clothes. Till now we have discussed about the fibers and the fabrics, about the types of fibers we are having. In the last lecture we have discussed about the history of clothing as well. So basically in this chapter we are to discuss in detail about the plant fibers. Which plant fibers we are to discuss? We are to discuss the cotton and the jute. So without wasting any time, let's move further and discuss the plant fibers. So the first plant fiber that we are to discuss is cotton. Now cotton being a plant fiber, definitely it is obtained from plant, that is cotton plant. Now cotton plants are usually grown at places having black soil and warm climate, as it grows best in warm weather. It requires high temperature ranging from 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius with plenty of bright sunlight. Also it requires long frost-free days and light rainfall. It is grown in the regions having black soil, as the black soil has the ability to retain moisture and it is best suited for the cultivation of cotton plant. In India, it is grown in the regions of Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Haryana, Gujarat and Punjab. This picture shows the cultivation of cotton. It is the picture of cotton field where cotton plants are grown. Now cotton is obtained from cotton plants. Every year, during spring, new cotton seeds are planted. The fruits of the cotton plant are called cotton balls. The cotton balls are roughly spherical in shape and quite fluffy. Once the crop grows to maturity, the cotton balls also get matured and they burst open and the seeds with the cotton fibers become visible. And the seeds with their fibers are harvested. And after getting the cotton balls, the cotton fibers are separated from the seeds, and the process of separating cotton fibers from the seeds by combing is known as ginning. Traditionally, it was done by hands, but nowadays, machines are also available for the process of ginning, and these are known as cotton gins. The separated seeds that can be used again to grow more cotton, but if the seeds are badly damaged, they are disposed of. The fibers thus obtained are cleaned by machines to remove the impurities like leaves or twigs, and once the cotton fibers are cleaned, they are spun into yarn. The process of making yarn from the fibers is called spinning. In this process, fibers from a mass of cotton wool are drawn out and twisted. This brings the fibers together to form yarn. And this process is usually done by Takli and Charkha. These two are the hand-operated devices used for spinning yarn. You are seeing in front of you three pictures. The first two shows the Takli and Charkha, which are hand-operated. But nowadays, spinning machines are also used. The third picture shows the spinning machine. On a small scale, it is done by hand-operated devices only, that is using Takli and Charkha. But on a commercial scale, it is done by huge machines in the factories using these spinning machines. And after forming the yarn is then woven to make fabric. And to convert yarn to fabric, a process called weaving is used. Weaving is the process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a fabric. Weaving of fabrics is done by special machines called looms, which may be either hand operated or power operated. The first picture shows the hand looms, which are hand operated, and the other ones, these are power looms that are power operated. After the process of weaving, the finished product, that is fabric or the cloth, it is used to make useful products. Also, another method of making fabric from yarn is used, which is knitting. It is a method in which fabric is made from a single yarn. So, a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric in the process of knitting. It can also be done both by hands as well as by machines. You must have seen your mother or the grandmother making sweaters for you. They make sweaters by the process of knitting. Now, since knitting is done by a single yarn, if you pull a yarn from the sweater, the whole sweater gets unraveled, which shows that knitting is done using a single yarn. Coming to the uses of cotton, it is used to make a variety of clothing materials like cotton saris, shirts, bags, bed sheets, curtains, and other upholstery items. Since it is very light and is good absorbent, it is mainly used for making clothes for summer. The cotton seeds, which are left after separation of the cotton fibers, these are used to produce cotton seed oil. Cotton seed oil is refined and used like other vegetable oils for human consumption. The cotton seed is also used as meal for the cattle. It is called khal. So these are some uses of cotton. Moving on, let's discuss another type of plant fiber, that is jute. So we are having the second most famous fiber in India, that is jute. It is also a plant fiber and is obtained from the jute plant. Now jute is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. It is a rainy season crop and grows best in warm and humid weather. Almost 85% of world's jute cultivation is done in Ganges Delta, being cultivated in Bangladesh, China, Myanmar, Nepal, Pakistan, Thailand and India. In India, it is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. It is world's cheapest natural fiber, which requires an ideal temperature of 18 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius and humidity ranging from 70 degree to 80 degree to grow well. Now jute plants are harvested after flowering and before they turn into seeds. That is, they are harvested in the flowering stage. After the plants are harvested, the stems of the plants are cut and kept immersed in water for a few days, which leads to rotting of the stem. It is done to soften the tissues so that the fibers can be separated easily, and this process is called retting. This is how retting is done. The stems of the plant, these are kept under water for some days, and it leads to rotting of the stem, which actually softens the tissues and fibers can be easily separated from them. And after the process of retting, these stems are taken out of the water and fibers are separated by hands. The fibers are then washed in water and dried in sun. And after which we obtain these kind of jute fibers. These jute fibers, these are obtained after washing and after drying in the sun. And after obtaining these jute fibers, these are simply woven into fabrics. So in this process also, from the jute the fiber is obtained, which is converted to yarn and then finally woven into fabrics. And for the purpose of weaving, again the looms are used, either hand operated or power operated. The hand operated looms are called hand looms and the power operated looms are called power looms. And after weaving, these beautiful jute articles are made. Jute is actually a very strong fiber. We can make different articles using the jute fiber. These are again the jute articles. We can make very strong rope having very high tensile strength. Here are some uses of jute. Jute is actually having a very wide range of uses, as it is the second most important natural fiber after cotton. It is used to make cloth for wrapping bales of raw cotton. It is also used to make sacks and other wrapping materials. It is woven into curtains, handbags, chair coverings, carpets, and many other things. We can make very strong bags and ropes using the jute fiber. So, this is all with the second plant fiber, and with this, we complete our chapter. So, with this, I end up today's class, completing the chapter. And in the next session, in the next class, definitely we are going to discuss some other chapter. So, till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.